know what the word revelation means? Do you know?
I'm just trying to see a picture of Jesus.
It means to reveal that which was hidden. The real image of Christ was hidden from y'all. Read on.
Which God gave unto him to show him to his servants.
To show unto his servants. Jump down to verse 14.
His head and his hair was white like wool.
So the hair on his face and the hair on his head was white in color and woolly in texture. What texture hair do y'all have? Woolly. What other nation of people have woolly hair? Read.
And white as snow.
And white as snow. Read.
And his eyes was like a flame as a flame of fire.
Because when a black man drink wine, what color do his eyes turn? Red. Because he drink wine in moderation. Read.
And his feet were like
and his what?
And his feet.
And his what?
And his feet.
So your feet are the same color as the rest of your body, right? Read.
Like unto fine brass.
But like unto fine brass. What color is brass? Is it not brown? It's the color of a penny. Read on.
As if they were burned in a furnace.
So if you take that penny, you throw it into a furnace and pull it out, what color is it going to be? Black. Dark black, brother. Give me Daniel 7 and 9. Let's find out more on the subject. Because y'all don't understand. Every prophet in the Bible, did you know Moses was black? Did you know, what was it? Isaiah was black. Jeremiah was black. Did you know the Most High God is black? I'm going to get that for you right now. Above Christ. Christ's daddy was black. Read.
Man, y'all didn't tell me this man got me on camera.
Daniel 7 and 9.
Yeah, read it.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
So he said he beheld till the thrones was cast down. He's talking about the end of days. All the nations on the planet being cast down so the Most High God can come build his kingdom. Read.
And the ancients of days did sit.
He said the Ancient of Days did sit. Who is the Ancient of Days? That means he has no beginning and he has no end. That's the Most High God. Read.
Whose garment was white as snow.
Whose what?
Whose garment was white as snow.
So if he had a garment, that means he had a what? A body. A physical body. Read.
And the hair.
And the what?
And the hair.
So if he had hair, that means he had a what? He looked like something. Read on.
Of his head like the pure wool.
Like the what?
Like the pure wool.
So the hair on his head was like the pure wool. That's the Most High God, man. He had woolly hair. Read on.
His throne was like the...
Go to 10 and 5. Let's find out another iteration of what Christ looked like. Daniel 10 and 5. Read. Read.
The book of Daniel, chapter 10, verse 5.
Read.
Then I lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen.
So a certain man clothed in linen. Again, he had a body. He had a physical appearance. A lot of people like to say, no, God is a spirit. He doesn't have a color. Man, he walked the earth for 33 years. Read on.
Whose loins was girded with fine gold.
With fine gold, that means he was rocking, man. Our people, we like to dress nice. Read on.
Of Euphrates.
Read on.
His body also was like the beryl.
His body was like the what?
Beryl.
The beryl is a very brown color. Read on.
And his face has the appearance of light.
So his face was as the appearance of light, and that means he had a strong visage, man. He didn't play no games. Read on. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Was Jesus Indian?
Jesus what?
Was he Indian?
No. What? Hey, hold on. Let me ask y'all something. Y'all say Indian. Hold on. He was dark. What does the word Indian mean?
Said a Native American?
Indian means slave, man. That's the only thing Indian means. Native American comes from a white name, Amerigo Vespucci. Native just means you from that place. So how can you be a Native American? You a native white man? See what I'm saying, man? Y'all don't know what these words mean. Y'all don't know who y'all are. Read on.
And his eyes as lamp of fire.
And his eyes was as lamps of fire. Still Christ. Read on.
And his arms.
And his arms. Read.
And his feet.
And his feet. Read.
Like in color.
Like in color. That means he was a colored man. Read.
To polish brass.
To polish brass. That's a very brown, shiny brown, man. That's what we're trying to tell you. Job was black. Isaiah was black. Jeremiah was black. Moses was black. All the prophets was black. Even Paul, man. If you go into the book of Acts, you see they compared him to an Egyptian. You see what we're trying to say, man? Do y'all know y'all's nationality?
Black. I'm black. You can't be from black.
See, you can't be from the land. Where can I take a plane trip to the land of black? Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. Didn't your forefathers come over here on slave ships? Did you know that was in the Bible? everything. Y'all don't
We
understand.
understand everything in the Bible, but you know, you grow up, they don't tell you certain parts. They just tell you the parts that they want you to know because the white people, that's what they was taught. But, so they taught that to them, and they taught that to us.
When they stole this Bible from us and they took us into slavery, the only thing they taught us was slaves obey your masters.
Exactly.
So what do they teach you in church today? Slaves obey your masters. All they teach you is go to work, make some money, come to church, pay your tithes, go home, repeat, rinse and repeat. That's called being a good nigga. That's called being slaves, obey your masters. They don't say nothing about gather together as a nation of people and stop serving your enemies. They don't say nothing about come together and start raising your children in righteousness, raise your young children to go out and not be dressed, you know, in skin tights, raising your young men to raise up and teach their children righteousness and not leave their children. They don't say nothing about that in church.
That's right.
Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68.
Read.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So the Bible says the Most High God shall bring you into Egypt again with ships. So we came over here on slave ship. That word Egypt just means slavery or bondage. Read it again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
That's the Lord shall bring thee into slavery again on slave ships. Read.
By the way whereof I spec unto thee.
He said exactly how he said it was going to happen. That's how it happened. Who else did that happen to? See, this Bible is talking about us, man. Read.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
And then have we been back to our homeland? What other nation of people have been denied their own homeland? Knowing who they are, stuck in a place where they serving their enemy day in, day out. If all the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans left this place and went back to Jerusalem, what would happen to this place? It wouldn't even be, it would fall to the ground. There would be no music, there would be no food, there would be no science, there would be nothing, man. So they would never allow you to leave. Y'all are still slaves to this day, whether y'all believe it or not, man. That's why they stick y'all in the slums and the ghettos. It's the same thing as on the plantation. What they would have is the cottage for the black man to live in and the master's house over there for them to live in. All they do is come over there and make sure y'all niggas is working. I'm gonna go back into my mansion. That's what it's like in Plano. That's what it's like in what's that place called? Highland Park. They got them big. If you ever go over there, man, their yards are trimmed perfect, man. Houses is big, man. They got big pools, man. Where is that for our people? That's what we trying to show you. Read on.
And there ye shall be sold.
Hold on. And then when we got off those slave ships, were we not sold? That's Bible prophecy, man. Read.
Unto your enemies.
Unto who?
Unto your enemies.
And who were we sold to? And what did the Bible call it? Unto what?
Enemies.
Unto what?
Unto your enemies.
Unto your enemies, man. Would your friend sell you for pennies on the dollar? Would your friend take your children away from you? Would your friend stick you in the slums and the ghettos and then make you work for pennies on the dollar to feed your 3 children? That's not your friend. Read on.
For bondmen and for bondwomen.
For slave men and slave women to this day, man. Read.
And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall be able to save you from this captivity. Marcus Garvey tried, Malcolm X tried, Martin Luther King tried. They couldn't do nothing for us because they wasn't basing it on the Most High God. They was basing it on go and mingle with the other nations. Be the best janitor you can be. Be the best car washman you can be. No, I'm not going to do that, man. I'm going to be the best Hebrew Israelite man I can be. Raise my children in righteousness. Go out there and buy me some land and build up a community where I ain't got to follow your rules and regulations. Give me Deuteronomy 28 and 48. Where do y'all get y'all's food from? And who owns the store? Where do you get your water from? Who owns the store? Where do you get your clothes from?
Stores?
You get it from the white people. Where do you get your birth certificate? Your driver's license, your marriage license, your death certificate. If you want to get an education, where you got to go to? If you want to get a passport, where you got to go to? The only answer to all these questions is the so-called white man. You can't get it from your own people, man. Read it. It's all in the Bible. Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48.
Read.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
He say, therefore, face that one. It say, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies. We're not serving our people at this time. We're not serving our friends at this time. When I go into work and I clock in, it ain't my friend that's sitting behind that desk waiting for me to get there on time. But he don't have to come in until 10 o'clock and he gets to leave at 2 and he makes $200,000 more than I do. That's not my friend. Read on.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Which the Most High God sent against us, man. Because if we're the greatest people on the planet, like I said, who does anything better than us? Who makes better food than us? Who dances better than us? Who makes better music than us? Who's stronger than us? Who fights better than us? Nobody. So how did they take us down? How can 20 white men with pistols take down 100 Native American men that could chase down a cheetah? How did that happen? Because the Most High God sent them against us for a reason. Read on.
In hunger.
In what?
In hunger.
So we serve them in hunger. That means we serve them for our food. Read.
In thirst.
You serve them for your water. Read.
And in nakedness.
You serve them for your clothes. Read.
And in want of all things.
You can't name a single thing on this planet that you can get without going to the so-called white man and asking Massa first. You can't name one thing. Because they make everything go through them. That's how they keep you as a good slave. Read on.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed you.
It say he shall put a yoke of iron upon your neck until he destroyed you. You know what a yoke of iron is? It's a big metal contraption with bells on it so you can't escape the plantation. That's exactly what it is, man. Until he mentally destroys you. We trying to show you. The Most High God did this to us because we don't keep the commandments. There's 613 commandments and we have refused to keep them as a nation.
So they tell us 20, but it's...
There's a lot more, sis. If you want to learn those, come into class and learn, man. We trying to raise up a nation and we're personally sick of it. So we're trying to get y'all to come in, hurry up and learn, man. Because if y'all keep on wasting time, every day that y'all waste is another day another black man gets shot down in the street. Every day that y'all waste is another day that people in where's it called? Those other countries, I can't remember what the country is called. They're starving cats and dogs over there. Venezuela. It's another day that another Venezuelan, one of our brothers and sisters, starved. You know what I'm saying? You gotta make haste like that. Think about your people that are suffering.
As I would say, I'm a black American.
That's what Sasha call you. What do you call it? Because I see you be thinking differently than other people, right? So I know you thought about some things. What do you call yourself?
Christopher Clark.
Christopher Clark. That's your name.
Yeah, that's what
Give me
I
Deuteronomy 28:16.
See, that's the thing with the King James Bible. Why do people, Israelites, refer to the King James Bible? When the King James Bible has so many things condoning slavery.
Condoning slavery? The slavery of who?
Slave, honor your
Give me
master.
Revelations 13:9.
Slave, honor your master as you would honor Christ.
Right. Do you know who those slaves
Ephesians,
were? I know what you're talking about.
14, I think.
Look, I know what you're talking about. But do you know who those slaves were? The other nations. I want Revelation 13:9. The other nations, brother. If you read in the Bible, we're the kings and princes on the planet. Do you know why the other nations were created? To serve us, brother. Because we're the greatest people on the planet. Read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 9.
Read.
If any man have an ear, let him hear.
So if you have understanding, you'll understand this, brother. Read.
He that leadeth into captivity.
Who led us into captivity, brother? Who led us into captivity?
Who wrote the Bible?
What do you mean who wrote the Bible?
Like, y'all using this to justify, okay, say this is what our lives or this is trusting a prophecy or who wrote it?
Well, that's a real complicated question because several people wrote the Bible.
Okay.
Now they were all led by the Spirit of the Most High God to write the Bible, but you got Moses, you got Isaiah, you got Jeremiah, you got Ezekiel, you got
Okay, but none of them people there's no evidence of them ever existing, no archaeological evidence or anybody writing it.
Give me Isaiah 41:20. Because let me ask you, what archaeological evidence do you have that Christopher Columbus is?
Christopher Columbus. Oh, you got plenty of evidence. I'll forget.
What
Okay,
evidence?
I know that he's there. Okay,
No,
I know
what
that
evidence?
he has his own diary. He has a diary.
Oh, this is a diary.
Okay, but that's
No, hold up. You switching up the game.
Okay.
You say he has his own diary, but Jeremiah has a diary.
Can I tell you what it is?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That is the Bible is. Because it can't be necessarily died when the situations aren't written at that time. They're written from third-party accounts, and they're written thousands and thousands of years after it's supposed to happen.
Isaiah 41:20. Read it.
Okay, so
Because if I could
that
ask you
being
something,
said,
hold up. Because I'm to be honest with you, you got Google and YouTube in your computer all day. You go to that all day. For 5 minutes, can you just humble yourself and listen to what we have to say?
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Just give me 5 minutes, brother, because I'm gonna be honest with you, you can't convince me of nothing. So you
I'm not trying to convince you. I'm trying to get up because I've heard this Hebrew because I ain't gonna lie because I used to know somebody that was a Hebrew Israelite. So I was kind of curious about it. Okay, so I looked into it, of course, because before I follow anything, I have enough intelligence enough to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Go look into it, man, because I don't really want to consider myself going with the fad. Okay, so I looked into it. Okay, and I seen like a lot of Because I really was looking at religion. You know, I was born in the church. I was born a Christian. I'm talking about
So was I.
church Wednesday every Sunday. I'm talking about mama went to a missionary to Africa. I'm talking about I was in the church, dreaded every minute of it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Go ahead.
Okay, so as I read the Bible, I kind of, you know, we all know things on there.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a lot of
not true.
contradictions in the Bible.
That's not true. Read this. Can I read this for you? Read this.
I can go to a contradiction.
After I read this, I'll let you know the contradiction. Okay?
Okay.
Read this.
41.
21.
Why do you do that? Why do you keep to get understanding? You gotta have an unbiased approach to the Bible. Why do
Didn't I
you
just ask you to just give me 5 minutes?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you got the internet all day. Read that.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 21.
Read.
Produce your cause.
Do what?
Produce your
That
cause.
means everything you speak, you gotta prove it. So now, go ahead. Tell me a contradiction. Bring it up.
You wanna go to it? First one?
Yes, please.
Okay, about let's go to Genesis when God said, "Let there be light." Right? First He said He made let's go to the beginning. Because I'm kind of vague. It's vague in my head. I ain't really just knowing. This I ain't gonna lie. This Hebrew Israelite stuff was in the past. After I realized
I know you have a few
about the wrong thing because y'all gotta understand, man. The first Jews was black. That's a fact.
No, all the Jews are black.
Okay, but I understand. That's right. The first Jews are black, but y'all take it misconstrued because basically Rome gave the Hebrew Israel, the Hebrew whole Torah, all the doctrine. They gave Jew doctrine to the first Egyptians that was in Rome. Okay, I mean that was in Canaan, Israel. That was in Canaan or whatever.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, first. Okay, there was Egypt. Okay, we call it Kemet, Egypt, whatever you want to call it. Okay, first was Egypt. Okay, they ruled Canaan, which y'all call Israel. They ruled it. It's black people. Come on, black people.
Canaan is not Israel.
Okay, well whatever you want to call it. Israel or Israel, whatever name y'all want to use for it.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, when they ruled Israel, okay, first they got conquered by the Persians. There was a 7-year war between the black people that was there and Persians, Arabs. Okay, after that, well, they was somewhat Arabs, like lighter black people. Okay, somewhat after that, Alexander the Great conquered them. There was a 4-year war. Okay, this is fake. Everything I'm saying,
Okay.
I made up. Okay, it was a 4-year war. Alexander the Great did that. Okay, that's Greece. Okay, then Alexander the Great basically gave Israel to Rome. I'm talking. It was a.
Give me James 1.
It wasn't even a war. It was called a Corpus Christi or something.
Okay.
Man, whatever it's called. They basically gave them to Rome. Okay, so they needed to control the black people, the main Egyptian Africans that was there before anybody. They needed a way to control them. So they created this Bible. Why y'all don't look at the history? Why y'all keep using the Bible to just why y'all?
The book of James, chapter 1, verse 19.
Read.
Wherefore, my beloved,
My beloved brethren, read.
let every man be swift to hear.
Be what?
Swift to hear.
That means you gotta be quick to hear when someone comes to you with understanding. Now, like I said just 2 minutes ago, give me 5 minutes. Now, I asked you to show me a contradiction. You started talking about history. I don't got time like that.
I can show you one in the beginning.
Okay, but I asked you that, and you started going this. I don't need all that detail.
Okay.
Because you don't. You really don't. You could have shown me a contradiction. The thing is, you're not hearing what I'm trying to say.
So you
Read it again. Swift to what?
There's no contradictions.
Swift to hear.
Swift to what?
Swift to hear.
That means when someone comes to you with understanding, if you're a man that thirsts after knowledge, you should go, okay, let me sit and listen and not run my mouth. Read.
Slow to speak.
Slow to what?
Slow to speak.
Slow to speak. Because if you notice, when I speak, I use the Bible. That's why I'm not
Why?
Because that's the way. Give me 1 Peter 4:11. Let's find out why. Let's see what the Bible says about the way that a man
The
should
Bible
speak.
say we curse, bro. You actually think
We are cursed.
How do you
Give
say
me
that?
Deuteronomy 28.
How do you say we curse?
Give me Deuteronomy 28:16.
They've done so many outstanding things in the world in this little time frame, 500
Then you
times.
ask me a question, but you don't want me to answer. Read Deuteronomy 28:16.
Crazy.
28:16.
Read it.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shall thou be in the city.
In the what?
In the city.
Hold on. So who lives in the slums and the ghettos in every city? Hold on. Let me ask a question. Who lives in the slums, ghettos in every city and state and country in the world? Who lives in the ghettos? Where do the people that exist in the ghettos? Is it not our people? Who is the last hired and first fired? Is it not our people?
Right.
Who is the people that this phrase baby daddy and baby mama belongs to? Is it not our people? Who community do they push drugs and guns into? Is it not our people? So cursed shalt thou be in the what?
I agree.
In the city.
In the
I agree.
what?
Everything
In
you
the
said.
city.
Where is the Native American Indian?
Everything you
Hold on.
said.
Where is
Everything
the
you
Native
said.
American Indian?
Okay.
Where's the Native American Indian?
Oklahoma, I guess.
No, because those aren't even Indians. Those are $5 Indians. Native Americans, Indians walking around calling themselves Mexican and black men.
Right.
Cursed shall thou be in the what?
Right.
Cursed shall thou be in the city.
Oh no, we're not cursed. Read on.
And cursed shall thy be in the
In
field.
the cotton field?
Okay.
In the what?
In the
In
field.
the tobacco field?
In the field.
In the rice field?
In the field.
In the 9 to 5 work
In the field.
Okay, you asked me that question already. I told you the prophets of the Most High God
King
inspired by
James
him.
orchestrated.
No, he didn't write
Doesn't
nothing
have it on the Bible.
It is.
It's his version.
Ah, you don't like to listen. Now listen, hold on, listen. King James was from the tribe of Judah. He knew that when he translated this from Hebrew, he had to do it perfectly because he loved the Most High God. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 12. He knew the only way we were going to get out of this captivity and start rising up for our people as men of the Most High God is if we kept the commandments of the Bible, man. And if they're written in a language that we don't understand, how we going to do that? You got to stop fighting against your own people. Read that. I'm going to get it.
The book of Deuteronomy chapter 10 verse 12.
Don't Hebrews,
And now Israel.
And now what?
And now
And
Israel.
now the Israelites read.
What doeth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Hold on, so how are you going to know what the Most High God required of you if you didn't speak Hebrew? You don't speak Hebrew. Do you speak Hebrew? Do you speak Hebrew? So how was you ever going to read the Bible if it was in Hebrew? Just, I mean, it's simple. It's simple stuff. Read it again. What did the now who?
And now Israel.
And now the Israelites
what is the
read.
Hebrew language?
What doeth the Lord thy God require of
It
thee?
says, what does the Most High God require of you before He puts you to death, man? Because the Most High God is the God of the universe, man. You don't play with power like that. Read on.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
But this brother,
Who wrote the Bible?
fear the Lord your God. See, the thing is, the only thing that
y'all can't even tell me who wrote it.
I
Why y'all
told
don't follow this stuff
you,
y'all
listen
don't
to
know?
me, because you don't like to listen.
Okay.
I told you who wrote the Bible.
Who?
You didn't listen.
Who wrote it?
The prophets of the Most High God.
There's no evidence
I
of
know,
them
hold on.
believing.
Your question was answered just now. Read on.
That's like saying Santa Claus wrote the Bible.
That's not like Christopher Columbus. Where does he exist? So you believe
There's no
hold on. But you
find me a
believe
grave of Peter, Moses, John.
You believe
find me one of their
where's
tombs.
Christopher Columbus grave?
I don't even give a damn about Christopher Columbus.
I'm just saying because you defended him in a heartbeat. You defended the so-called white man. Listen to this. You defended the so-called white man. Listen to this. You defended the so-called white man in a heartbeat. Because you're like, oh, you got diaries and there's evidence that he exists. But when it comes to your forefathers, nah, those were snakes, man.
The white man wrote that.
No, that's not true. You
King
a lie.
James is white.
You a lie, man. Read on. That's
King James is white.
that's not true.
Show me where he's black.
You can look it up. There's books on the stuff. You know,
King James is white.
You know how they say he was homosexual?
Yeah, that's what they did over there.
They say that he had a wife and 9 children, bro. He was not homosexual.
So?
But give me that in Leviticus 18 and 22. Let's find out if King James was a
He had
homosexual.
1,000 wives and 9 children.
Give me Leviticus 18 and 22, man. Let's find out if people lie. Let's find out. We're gonna bring that up. Read that.
The book of Leviticus chapter 18 verse 22.
Read.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind and with womankind.
And thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. That means there will be no homosexuality. Read on.
It is an abomination.
Oh, what is it? What?
It is an abomination.
But so he was a faggot writing this, man? That's what people don't think, man.
Yeah.
People do not think. Give me
Yes,
20
he
and
was.
13. Give me 20 and
He didn't
13.
believe in that shit like a motherfucker.
Give me 20 and 13. Let's find out.
He didn't believe in
The book of
let's find out if you didn't read.
chapter 20 verse 13.
Read.
If a man is also lied with a mankind,
Hold on. If a man lie with mankind, read.
as he lieth with a woman,
As he lies with a woman, read.
both of them have committed an abomination.
Both of them committed an abomination, read.
They shall surely be put to death.
They shall surely be put to death. Dude, he was putting people to death for that, man.
Throw a walk, let's do the work. Get the word out, let's do all the work. If they don't accept a higher, leave them in the dirt.